In this video, we're going to be talking about the upcoming Faction Rallies event coming to Destiny 2. And I'm going to give you the skinny about who I think is going to be the best faction for you to fight for. What's up, YouTube? My name is Justin. This is the Den of Nerds. And guys, it's really late when I'm recording this video, but I just had to go and get on this news because I am so freaking excited. Factions are going to be returning to Destiny 2. We just got news out of Bungie, a little talk with senior designer Tim Williams about the new Faction Rally event that's going to be coming to Destiny 2 next week, actually, September 26th at 2 a.m. Pacific. The Faction Rally will begin. As Tim Williams has said here, each of the factions of the tower is having a rally to collect resources for its cause. They're recruiting Guardians to gather supplies for their factions and destroy enemy resources. They'll offer a suite of rewards to help the Guardians rise up against any enemy threats. As an incentive, each faction has set aside a powerful weapon to entice players to choose their side. The faction whose Guardians collect the most faction packages will be declared the winner. The winning faction will offer the weapon to everyone, but all who pledge loyalty will receive it as a huge discount as repayment for their contributions to their faction's cause. So for starters, we've got 3 NPCs returning. Arik Jalal, representing Dead Orbit, Lakshmi 2 from the Future War Cult, and Executor Hideo from New Monarchy are all going to be coming back as faction NPCs for you to pledge your loyalty to. You are only going to be able to pledge 1 faction per character, and you must be level 20 and gain access to the tower. So that means you got to beat Gaul before you can participate. So if you're working on a new character, you might want to go ahead and have them finish up the story really quick so you can fight for a couple of different factions, or the same faction. Either one works. Once you have chosen your side, your mission will be to return to the wild and complete activities to support your faction. And you can do pretty much anything. Public events, exploring lost sectors, completing strikes, clearing Leviathan, competing in the Crucible. Every single thing you do will give you faction tokens, which you can turn into your faction for packages full of loot. And we've actually got some pictures here of the loot that each faction is offering. Looks like every single faction is going to be offering, looks about like 4 weapons, some shaders, and an armor set for each different character. Gotta look at Dead Orbits here coming up first, really giving off this, you know, black and white, this really stark, really hopeless vibe, really representative of the faction. Got some nice black and white shaders there. Just everything about them screams bleak and dismal. Really fits the entirety of the motif for the faction. After Dead Orbit up here, we've got the Future War Cult, known always for their bright colors, their general overuse of oranges and yellows. All of their gear is very bombastic. You'll definitely stand out if you're wearing anything that they've got on them. And then to top it all off, we have here finally New Monarchy. New Monarchy having an incredibly cool color scheme of reds and grays, really sort of giving them that whole Templar look, that whole knight look. Just in general, all of these armor sets look absolutely crazy. I can honestly say I don't really think there is a weak one out of any of these. But we know armor is all well and good. We unfortunately don't have any of the stats for any of this armor, so we're just gonna kinda sorta have to wing it on that. But what we do know is that every single faction is offering a special weapon. Now, everyone who has pledged to the winning faction will be able to purchase that weapon for only 1,000 glimmer. Literal pocket change at the end of the game. Anyone who did not pledge to the winning faction can still buy that weapon, but it's 50,000 glimmer, 50 times more expensive. So you definitely want to make sure you're going to be on the winning faction if you want to get that weapon at a big discount. And I've got the 3 weapons for you right here. We've got a scout rifle from Dead Orbit. I'm going to go ahead and linger on that for a second, let you take a look at that, take it all in. Alright, that's enough time for you. After that, we've got a pulse rifle from Future War Cult. Looks like an Amalon make, so honestly might be a pretty solid pulse rifle right there. Gonna linger on that for a second. And enough time for you there. Finally, we've got a sidearm from New Monarchy. Looks to be a nice Suros make sidearm. Now you're going to be able to earn faction tokens to turn to your faction of your choice all the way up to 2 a.m. Pacific, October 3rd. At 10 a.m. Pacific on October 3rd, the winner will be declared, and the weapon will likely go up for sale almost immediately. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, what faction should I join? You may not be familiar with some of them from Destiny 1, and you may be thinking, Justin, I am a gear-motivated individual. I want awesome loot from Destiny. I want to be able to do better at everything I do. What faction do you think I should join? And I'm going to be honest, guys. I really think the faction to pick here, completely ignoring my own personal preference, even though it technically does fall in line with it, is going to be none other than Dead Orbit. Let's be honest, people. We've all been in the Crucible at Endgame. We've all been running around the world. We've seen what scout rifles can do in this game. I mean, especially the Mida. The Mida is maybe its own unique case, but scout rifles in general just feel so powerful in Destiny 2 compared to a large other portion of weapons. And I really feel like that this scout rifle is going to be some sort of beast, and it's going to be something that everyone is going to want. You're going to be using it in Crucible, you're going to be using it in, strikes and raids to take down bosses. It feels like, just by virtue of being a scout rifle, this is going to be the best weapon to get. Now, I know some people might not be super all about pulse rifles, but if the scout rifle really isn't calling your name, I would say to go with Future War Cult. Go ahead, get their pulse rifle, and just go ahead and enjoy that pulse rifle. It'll probably be a solid weapon. I am honestly a big fan of Lincoln Green, so I think the pulse rifle will at least be okay. But as far as what New Monarchy is offering, not a fan of sidearms. Sidearms are not doing well in this game, and I really don't think New Monarchy's weapon is going to end up being worth it. I think everyone will end up walking away disappointed that New Monarchy has won if we all end up siding with them and having them win. But that's just my 2 cents on it mechanically. We still don't know the stats of these guns. We just know what kinds of guns they are. And I'm just basically judging this based on a pure meta standpoint from what I have personally seen in Destiny 2. Now, you may know about the flavor of the factions, and there may be a faction you want to lean towards for that. So by all means, go ahead and do that. But if we're looking at this from a pure mechanic standpoint, that Dead Orbit Scout Rifle is probably going to be dope. But I want to know, what do you guys think? Are you all excited for the faction war in Destiny 2? Which faction will you be siding with? Go ahead and comment it down below. And which faction weapon do you think would be the best one for us to get? Please, let me know. Love talking about Destiny 2. If you guys like this video, go ahead and like it. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Destiny 2 videos. We've also got some Star Wars, some comic books, some Game of Thrones, some Dragon Ball Z. We cover all of the nerdy spectrum, and we do our best to deliver tons of great content surrounding those things to you. This is Justin again, here for the Den of Nerds. I hope you're all having an awesome and nerdy day, and I'll catch you later.